Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Girlfriend Doctor Show. I am really excited to be here today with the topic that is most dear to my heart, and that is talking about hormones, hormonal health, and empowering women to take control of their health in the most natural way possible. And that is with diet, lifestyle, mindset. All right, you guys, we talk about this a lot. But there's always more to learn. And oftentimes we can listen to the same thing over and over, but it speaks to us in different ways. And today I'm going to share with you some insights, some real secrets, and some stories about how it's simple and empowering to control your own health through these simple methods. And also, where does supplementation come in? What's the cutting edge of supplementation? What's the cutting edge of bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, and how can we incorporate that into resetting our hormones? And to do this with you guys today, I'm bringing in a longtime friend, and her name is Robin Nielsen. She and I go back, oh my gosh, a long time. And some of you are still with us since our sexy younger you days. We ran summit after summit after summit, teaching these, interviewing leading edge physicians, practitioners, all different modalities, and seriously, pioneers, 2010, 2011, 2012. I mean, I think those were the years. I'm trying to remember exactly, but it's been a while, and we go back a long time. And hearing from experts, learning different techniques and different points of view has been truly empowering. And in our Sexy Younger You community, we also did amazing retreats. And one of the retreats we did was where I'm coming from right now, my home here on St. Simon's Island. Actually inviting you into my bedroom today because moved my desk out yesterday, moving officially to Dallas. So most of my furniture is already gone, but I've got my bed here, and it creates a comforting, very intimate environment to talk with you all about this topic. So I invite you to join me in welcoming my dear friend, longtime friend and colleague, Robin Nielsen. Hey, Robin, how are you?
I'm great. It's so great to be here with you. And it's so great to talk about, our beautiful memories of, really, we were on the cutting edge there. There weren't very many online conferences yet. And,
Or
oh my
summit,
gosh.
right? We were one of the first summits.
Yeah, it is incredible. Yeah. And
The
they were
first one.
like, they were just the best. Like, they were such high quality. We served thousands and thousands of women. It was amazing.
We really set the standard. And the first one we did live. So remember I remember Mark Hyman coming on a minute after showtime.
I think you're right.
And Dr. Mark Hyman, you guys, are one of the people we interviewed, and he came on like a minute after showtime. And we're like, we're here live, our audience, thousands of people online listening, and we're just chit-chatting away. And finally he joined us, and it was like, oh my God, oh my God. Okay. We're all good. Everything was good. And then the next two Sexy Younger You summits we pre-recorded. It was too much of my adrenals for sure. That was a challenge. I interviewed some amazing people.
Yeah, incredible. It was incredible. It was an incredible journey. Yeah, for sure. And I'm really excited to be here today to talk about hormones with you, because you are such an expert in this area. Yeah, oh my gosh, I think one of the things that we need to know as women is that, we hear these things all the time. Some of the things that you were talking about when you were introducing this podcast, and, we don't really have the science behind it sometimes. So we hear things to try, we try it for a little bit, and then we give up on it. When it could really be something important for us to do. And so I think one of the things that's so, so amazing about kind of working with either yourself or me is that you actually have the science behind why things are important to do for your health. And then it makes sense, and then you're willing to do it for longer, and you are kind of more all in on it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And so once you recognize, the longer you do, and also like, okay, what's happening? The longer you do something, the better your results. And I've certainly seen that with Mighty Maca, which has been around for a long time now. And I have users that have been doing it for 10, 12, 13 years. And the same with Jova. The clients that have stayed with it have had tremendous results, and encouraging that transition. The same is true with hormone replacement therapy. And when we look at estrogen, bioidentical progesterone therapy, when we're using that in DHEA and testosterone, when we're using those in sound supplemental ways versus um, replacement per se, and replacement's a bad word. I really want to supplement our body's natural hormone. Our body never stops producing hormones, never stops. So how do we supplement, augment, and encourage our own body to produce more of the hormones and open up receptor sites to receive more and respond better to hormones? And I've seen that over time, like the concept of what we need to do is stay with it and do the little things on a daily basis that truly make a difference. So
Yeah,
let's talk about.
they're game changers. They're game changers. And I love that you brought up hormone replacement therapy, because that's not something that I do in my practice. I'm not a physician, so I don't do that in my practice. And one thing that I notice, I think it's great. I think some women need it. I don't think everyone needs it. So I think that, it just really depends on you and how you're feeling. But what I notice is that we're very focused on our sex hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like my video went off.
Oops, hold on. Let me see what happened here. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you go? Okay.
I can't start my video. I'm blocked.
Here we go. Did that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try that again.
All right. So what I've noticed is that, as women, we know hormones. It's just how we roll every month, even post-menopause, right? It's just how we roll. We have these ebbs and flow of hormone. It's ebb and flow of hormones. And I think what happens is that we get micro-focused on our sex hormones, right? On progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, thyroid to a certain extent. And those are minor hormones, right? Progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, those are all minor hormones. And when we're focused on those numbers, we're missing the boat. When you, and the reason is because you have total control over two major hormones that have a really big impact on your sex hormones, right? Because our sex hormones are so far downstream. And, if you're busy like me, if you were, running on adrenaline for a lot of your life, you're going to have this many sex hormones. Postmenopausal, you're going to have this many sex hormones potentially, right? And so you've got to really focus on the biggies, right? Which is cortisol and insulin. And that's where, the lifestyle factors, I know you and I have talked about this a lot, but there's a concept called epigenetics, right? It's all those factors outside of you that influence your gene expression, right? It's really the lifestyle habits that you learned from those who raised you actually has the biggest impact on how you feel. And so when you learn how to take better care of yourself, you can better manage your cortisol, which is the hormone that you produce by your adrenal glands. It's really your daytime hormone, but it becomes chronically elevated when we're always stressed. And stressors come from a lot of places. And when cortisol is elevated, insulin is elevated, right? So you've got kind of this thing going on that doesn't allow you to make your sex hormones, right? So I think that's where, I come in, is helping you really figure out, what are some of those underlying root causes that are causing your sex hormones to be out of balance, to be too low, to be, we hear about estrogen dominance all the time. And that's because that beautiful hormone progesterone, which Dr. Anna talks about a lot, it's the mamma mia of hormones, gets used, right, to make cortisol, to get to make other hormones. And when that happens, we're in trouble.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. One of the things that's really critical is when we're feeling this hormone flux, like what empowers us to help people maintain that challenge, right? To, to continue to do the things that feel hard. And especially when we're not seeing change in a 24-hour cycle, and being able to stay with it, right? To persist and be patient and have faith and continue to make these changes. And I think of my favorite, one of my actually life verse in the Bible. It's Second Peter chapter 1, verses 4-8, I believe. And it talks about, we start with faith, and with faith add goodness, and to goodness add knowledge, and to knowledge add patience and perseverance, and to patience. And then that's so key right there, those patience and perseverance, like to stay with it, to fight against the winds that are trying to push us back to our starting place. And we're going to, plant our feet and stick it out and have that willpower to continue to be able to break through that block, mental, physical, emotional, physiologic, whatever it may be, and see the light at the end of the tunnel, see and receive those giftings and the ability to have great passion in our lives. So oftentimes in working with women, it can be a challenge, especially if we're doing it on our own and we don't see immediate results. I mean, you guys, it's taken a long, I was telling my patients, it's taken you a long time to get here. It's gonna take a bit to turn things around, number one, and then you really start to see the results. So stay with it, trust it, have faith, and let's make some good steps. So Robin, you've been working, we did Sexy Younger You, and we did our Sexy Younger You retreat, which I loved. Oh my gosh, we did that retreat right here at this house. And 2 times we did this house, and then we did a Sea Island house, but it was so amazing to be here. So I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this as a primary residence for sure. I'm going to miss all the beauty, but fortunately I still have my business here and still have so many friends and family here. So I'll be coming back a lot. Yet, and such good memories. Remember we had our chef Amanda Love come make our food, and Michelle Alva from Miami, who did body treatments. It was amazing. It was amazing. And it's a blessing to be able to get away. And one of the things that we recognized in that retreat is that, okay, you've escaped for 4 days, 4 nights, 5 days, whatever it was, right? You've escaped for these 4 days. And now how do you incorporate this into your life, where we cooked for you, we had movement classes, we had education, inspiration classes, and now you leave our safe haven, you leave our safe retreat center, and now you've got to do it on your own, and how to create that environment. What are some of the things that you learned and you've helped so many people so successfully with? What are some of the obstacles they face in bringing this into daily life, and to keep them committed to persevere and persist and make the changes and follow the path that we know will empower them?
Well, I think the beautiful part was about those retreats is that all the women who came were in our private program. So we got to continue to hold them and support them, and just, meeting them in person was amazing, something that we haven't been able to do, for a little while. We're just now getting back to in-person things. But I think one of the biggest things that we don't know is really what is causing our hormone imbalance. Because we, oftentimes we go to the doctor and our test results are fine and we're told we're fine. That's the new, 4-letter word, but we don't feel fine. And I know that there's a saying, treat the patient, not the test results, right? But there just isn't time for that. And so unfortunately you leave really discouraged because you don't have a path and nobody believes you that you don't feel well. Well, here's the deal. There is something wrong if you don't feel well. And this is where I really encourage you to figure it out. Because I had persistent acne on my face, my chest, and my back for decades, like for decades, right? And then I was always battling my weight. My weight would go up 5 pounds, down 5 pounds, right? It was constantly dieting and over exercising. I had receding gums, right? The enamel on my teeth was receding, or was going away, and I couldn't eat hot and cold food because it was so painful. So, when I was 19 years old, I had to use special toothpaste to numb out my teeth so that I could eat hot and cold. Like, that's crazy, right? And then, there's the, irritability, all the mood stuff, the irritability. I was so grumpy, and I used sugar to help to, bring my brain chemistry up. And I was just exhausted. I had all these things, and I had these like the weird rough elbows, and I thought it was a lotion problem, right? All these things. And turns out, when you learn some of the underlying root causes of what's going on with your body, you can heal it all, including, right, the enamel on your teeth. Like, my gums stopped receding, the enamel grew back. I could bite into an ice cream cone for the first time in my life when I started figuring some of this stuff out. And I didn't ever have to diet again. Like, I think that's a concept that we're just so unfamiliar with, because for decades I overexercised and I underate. And guess what? I always gained the weight back because I didn't have a sustainable way to take care of myself. So I think we need to better understand what hormones are sort of driving some of the symptoms. And then we need to learn how to balance them. And we can totally do it. We can totally do it with the foundational practices that I teach in my program, Robin's Hormone Reset. And it's been a really successful program for women who have been on this journey for a bit, but they don't quite have it figured out yet, because it kind of brings all the pieces together. So I had a number of healthcare practitioners do this program over the last couple of years, and they love it because it brings everything into one place. But so many of the women, over 8,000 women have participated in the program, and so many of them are super smart about their health. Like, they've been on this journey for a while, but they just don't have anyone to help them make sense of it, or to help them figure out what's driving that.
So true. Can you give some examples of some stories? I always love hearing stories, so, in our programs, in our courses, that we see the transformations happen. And I would like to hear a story of someone that's really stood out for you.
I have so many of them, but I just pulled a couple of stories from a couple of ladies. We actually did case studies, because I do have a book written. It's just not out yet.
I can't wait till it comes out.
We're gonna have lots of case studies, because it's incredible. And it's not magic. It's a very straightforward, very easy stuff. You get to eat a lot, like Dr. Anna teaches you. But Candy shared that, in Robin's Hormone Reset, she lost 5 pounds. And it's a really short program, right? And she said, this is huge, since I haven't been able to get the scale to move 1 pound in 2 years. I've actually gained 10 pounds in the last 2 years. She said, I was able to walk the mall with my son without terrible hip, back, and foot pain. I actually got the ladder out of the garage and hung decorations for his birthday. No way I could have done that before because of pain. And then she said, wonderful, improved energy. So many things improved for her. And Tisha said, okay, I have to post an update, because if there's anyone still skeptical, don't be. The science is sound and this works. I'm not big on co-signing on things, but if it can stop another woman from needlessly suffering or being made to feel like it's all in your head, I'll make an exception. She said, she completed the reset last May, and she stuck with it. So this did not happen, over 2 weeks. This happened over a few months. But she said, this program has done more to fix what was wrong than any doctor I've been to in the last 5 years, and allowed me my dignity to boot. So here's what she experienced. Joint and body pain went from a constant 8 to 10 down to a manageable 1 to 2 when she does have it. Most days she doesn't have it at all now. Migraines, gone. Insomnia, she says gone. I would say improved. Indigestion, heartburn, gone. Constipation, she said it didn't have it often, but it's gone now, right? Hot flashes, gone. Night sweats, gone. Dry skin, significantly improved and getting better every day. Same with nails. Thinning hair, looking healthier, not as dry, less breakage. Acne, gone. Hirsutism, this is pretty cute. Still there, but Rome wasn't built in a day. And that's that dark, coarse hair growth in places where you don't want it. Fatigue, gone. Trouble getting out of bed, right? Anybody relate to that? I wake up every morning about 45 minutes before my alarm now. Incontinence. Okay, this is where Dr. Anna comes in. No, we're waking up 3 to 4 times a night to pee. We use Jova cream in this program. Isn't that amazing?
Awesome.
And I'm so excited because I just got the Pro.
Oh,
so
good.
I'm excited to share that in our upcoming program.
Excellent.
And she said, mood, my kids have even noticed a difference in my overall mood. I'm much more upbeat and positive. And I think that's one of the best things of Robin's Hormone Reset is really, bringing families together again when we can get so divided because of how we feel.
Well, people don't want to be around us when we don't feel good, and we don't want to be around other people. So how old was Candy? How old was Trisha?
Candy, I don't know, but I have interviewed Tisha actually, and I want to say like she's in her late 40s, early 50s. Yeah. And she actually released, just want to tell you how much weight. Oh, she released 20 pounds, cravings gone, right? Like, so stress levels way down. So just so many things improved so much.
All over. And this is what I recognized as a physician, right? When we get to the root cause, when we address insulin, create more insulin sensitivity. For me, it's the keto-green way. You follow a very similar nutritional concept, and the concept of using healthy plants, healthy high quality meat. Man, no more snacking, right? Perimenopause and menopause beyond, we've got to cut out that snacking. That's critically important for physiologic health as we get older, and to increase that insulin sensitivity. And nothing works faster between doing that with intermittent fasting, and what a big difference that can make. And then recognizing the lifestyle hacks, the head to toe approach, so that we really are addressing that. What are some of your favorite supplements that you typically recommend and work with?
So we don't actually use any supplements in the program. This is a very foundational program. So we don't use any supplements in this program because I'm not working with anyone one-on-one. We have our own proprietary supplement formulation that we use in our membership program. But then we also have a private program where we do, your own personalized supplement protocol. And that's the program where you get to do the testing and kind of figure out your root causes. But this Robin's Hormone Reset is very foundational. And that's the kind of change that can happen without any supplementation. So just want to share that, like some pretty powerful things can happen.
But tell us what your hormone reset is, because you're mentioning it, but I'm not familiar.
Yeah, so it's 7 days where actually every day we do a hormone assessment. So there's 6 hormones that we go over. It's progesterone, estrogen, and testosterone, right? And then it's our thyroid hormones, and then it's insulin and cortisol. So every day we take a hormone assessment so you can see what's going on with that particular hormone. And I love it because we don't ever, we just don't really understand this, but we don't ever associate a symptom with a hormone, right? But you would be so surprised at just the basic symptoms we experience every day is associated with a hormone. It's really cool. There are some that are overlap, but you get your before score, and then you get your after scores. And then at the end, we do a complete hormone assessment. And you just, every day you're going to learn about a different topic and a different to do. And, my motto is you show up and you take action every single day. And that's how you see some really incredible results. And it's a really inexpensive program.
Yeah, you see it quickly.
Yeah, and I think when you know, by the time you hear this podcast, we're going to be starting in just a couple of days. You're going to want to jump in with both feet if you're ready to take charge of your health. You know, I don't recommend this for everyone. We're not dabblers. You know, those little ducks that put their little heinies up in the air. We're not dabblers. We actually, you know, I'm very serious about this. This is for you if you want to figure your stuff out. You're tired of struggling. You really want to take charge. You want to be the CEO of your own health. I'm your gal. Like I'm so there for you. My whole team is like, everyone on my team has come up through hormone hell and resolved all of their issues. So if you want a team that's, you know, you want to be surrounded by a team that really knows their stuff, my team has all figured their stuff out.
I think that, I mean, it's just there's so much to learn, and learning it, like, again, with discipline. Each day there's a new opportunity and something else to learn. Look, we're learning. I always say, if I'm doing the same thing tomorrow that I did today, I was too lazy or stupid overnight to learn a better way. Actually, that is a statement by the world famous OBGYN, Dr. Cullen Richardson out of Emory, who is famous for finding an anatomical defect in women called the paravaginal defect. But he said that I operated with him into his 80s. And I was a young resident, and I was like, oh my gosh, what an inspiration. And we always are learning. And what's amazing as human beings, there's so much to learn within us, right? And when we look at the hormones, from my first book, The Hormone Fix, it takes more than hormones to fix our hormones. So better than what I can write on a prescription pad is having a supportive community around you and learning what is the next right step. I'm forever taking courses. I'm forever learning. I'm always open to what else, and what else can I do? Or what am I missing? Or what's the next right step? And you guys in my Girlfriend Doctor community have heard me say that. Just think about this and say, what is your one next right step that you can do? Maybe it's digging in a little deeper into one specific hormone, or learning how your hormones relate. And way back, gosh, when I published The Hormone Fix, before I published it, I did a survey. We had an independent survey of over 2,000 women, ages 35 to 55. And women are ages 35 to 65, and women over 50 said, there was like 75% of women over 50 said that they were experiencing symptoms in their 30s that they didn't know were related to their hormones. And it's so true. And this is, as a physician, as an OBGYN, I mean, part of my practice has been, okay, when you come in, you would do a assessment, and I would put you on what now I call the keto-green detox program, and support liver and gastrointestinal health, and then bring you back in to go over your lab results. And by that time, before I ever wrote anything on a prescription pad, patients would say, Dr. Anna, I feel 90% better. I mean, what a difference. And I think, Robin, we're coming through a pandemic, and nutrition is such a big part. But the effect of cortisol on connection is big. And the way I've heard so many women feel isolated, and community, getting in with other people to be supported by, it's critical. We're doing that in my keto-green community with my launch of menopause, and really working on that. And that's just, that's a massive community and undertaking. Being able to do it, in small groups and with others, and just one step, bite-sized pieces at a time, without accountability. I mean, we have to do that now. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, we just have to do that now. So we're not isolated. We're not going through this alone. We have, we're in this together, and there's always something to learn. And, and I can't teach it all, right? I can't teach it all. I've just, there's one, that's in the next book. Everything's in the next book. So it's about this, getting together, getting support, and recognize there's good information. There's good information, but yet having the right community around you, having the right coach like Robin is here to support you in the journey, and what is your next right step, and to give you the ahas. I think that's just so powerful. You have this general hormone reset, but you go in deep with people, where you really do look at labs and you address their labs and you help people, because we worked on that way back in our Sexy Younger You program, really created dynamite stuff to help people understand your own labs. That's powerful. That's what I want people to do. I mean, right now I don't do that because I don't have the bandwidth. And so I'm so glad that you're doing that with your community. Tell people how they can get a hold of you and what their next right step is.
Oh, yeah, that's great. And just what you were saying, I just want to kind of piggyback on the whole community thing. You know, those people who live longer and healthier are around like-minded people, and we have to be supported. You know, when I was going through all my stuff, and I had to go back to school to figure my stuff out, and
hey, I'm still in school, so
well, it's a it's
3 board certifications. I need something else.
It's a never-ending journey, but I think that when you surround yourself with like-minded women who want to heal as well, and women who can really support you, it makes all the difference, like in Anna's community for sure. So yeah, Robin's Hormone Reset is coming right up. Again, if if you're someone who really wants to take charge of your health and figure your stuff out, it's a great program to do that. And we'll post the link right here, I think, in the show notes for everyone. And and I hope that you can, join in if you're ready, to take charge of your health and figure out your stuff.
Yeah, we'll tell people where to go if they're listening and driving. We'll definitely put all links in the show notes here at drmana.com/show.
Yeah, because I don't know what your bit.ly link is, so. Okay. So I think that we'll need to share that in the show notes for sure. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
And your website is?
naturalhormonesolution.com.
Natural Hormone Solution. And Robin's really active on Facebook. So definitely follow her, because she does lives here and there. And I follow her, and every once in a while I get to hop on, and I'm always impressed and encouraged. So you've got great energy.
Thank you so much. And oh my gosh, we've been promoting Menopause. Such a great book. And of course, I absolutely love and adore you.
Thank you. I love and adore you too. We've gone a long time together. Oh my gosh, it's been 12 years.
Almost 12 years. I met you in 2011.
2011. Okay. Yeah. So I think we did 2012, 13, and 14. Sexy Younger You Summits. Those were those years. I was like, So we've come a long time. Gosh, that was such good information. Still on the cutting edge.
That's back when we were kids.
When we were kids.
We were talking about how we were wearing the badge of 50, with honor and grace or whatever. And now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm almost to the next number. Anyway,
that's so true.
It doesn't matter, right?
Age does not matter. Age does not matter.
Fabulous, no matter what your age.
Yes, absolutely. And always think about, how we're always learning and growing and what we can achieve. And I always say, God made me humble. I have learned the ups and downs, the ins and outs, and all of that. So, all right, this is our favorite time of the Girlfriend Doctor show. Robin, this is where I ask you some rapid fire questions. In the Girlfriend Doctor platform, there are 4 pillars: nourish, shine, awaken, and embrace. And these 4 pillars are just essential to establishing that healthy foundation and living a great quality of life. So let me ask you, what is your favorite food to eat on the nourish pillar?
Oh, it's my favorite food. Oh my gosh. Wow. Nothing like putting me on the spot here. I would say my favorite, I'm going to change that to be a favorite meal. And I just had it for lunch, and, it's just lots of greens.
Chicken salad, you'd be in trouble.
Just lots of greens. Just had I had baby kale, arugula, some beautiful butter lettuce with, I sauteed up some asparagus, and I had a venison burger that my hot, sexy lover cooked up. And then I had just a really delicious
That's what she calls her husband, by the way.
Shaved carrots. And, and we had fresh, I get that CSA box. So fresh orange slices in there. And that, anything delicious like that. Oh my God. So good. That's my nourish.
And would you say that was a keto-green meal?
Yeah, pretty much, because we didn't have just a couple orange slices. So probably less than 10 grams of sugar or carb.
Okay. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite drink or cocktail?
Oh my God, these are hard. My favorite drink or cocktail. Oh my goodness. Well, I've been having nettle and blood orange tea every morning. So I would say right now that's my favorite. Nettle tea is like this amazing hormonal elixir. So that's my favorite right now.
Okay. I love it. Well, what is your favorite girlfriend doctor supplement?
Oh my gosh. What is my favorite supplement? When I'm taking my supplements, like I think that
You can
okay,
say Jolva. You can
oh,
consider
I could
Jolva a
say
supplement too.
Jolva. Okay, so here's the secret. Here's a hot Jolva cream secret. I use Jolva cream, you know where, sisters, right before I go out to play a tennis match.
Hmm.
And do you know that it gives me that extra oomph to rock it out there?
Really? You notice it that way, like with the
Oh
DHEA
yeah.
absorption?
Oh yeah. It just gives me that extra go get them. Yeah.
That
So
is
that's
funny. Well, that's a first.
yeah. That's my hot Jolva tip.
I love it. I love it. Okay. And Awaken. What are you reading right now?
What am I reading? Let's see. So, oh my gosh, I have it right here. It's called, and it's by a colleague who I'm in a mastermind with, and it's really, really good. It's called On Purpose, The Busy Woman's Guide to an Extraordinary Life of Meaning and Success by Tanya Dalton.
Awesome. Okay. I'll have to check
Yeah,
that one out.
really, really good. So good.
And in the embrace category, what is your favorite sexual position?
Oh, you're hysterical. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you can see I did not get these ahead of
You
time.
did not get them ahead of time. No.
Oh, my
And you can
favorite,
pass. You can always pass. Mhm.
my favorite sexual position. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I might pass on this one. Thank you.
That is so funny. I asked Dr. Mark Gordon these questions and he goes, so, I did a rapid fire and I asked him, hey, Mark, what's your favorite sexual position? And without hesitation, he goes, laying down or standing? And I was like, standing. He goes, uh-huh.
That's funny.
So
Uh-huh.
that was so funny. So what is something that keeps you and your hot, sexy lover intimacy thriving?
You
What
know,
is it?
I think the best thing that we've ever done is we say gratitudes when we lay down to sleep at night. We turn out the lights. We ask each other to share our gratitudes, and I know that it's not like it doesn't feel intimate or sexy or anything like that, but it keeps us connected, and it's
Mm.
that connection that brings the intimacy. And so, because it's really, when you share your gratitudes for the day, they're almost like what I'm grateful for. And I tell you, it sometimes brings you to tears. Like it's just so beautiful and so connecting. And we've been doing that for I know exactly when we started it. So we've been doing it for about 6 years, every single night, and it's a game changer.
Wow, I did not know that. Now I've known you and Eric for a long time, and you've been married for how many years?
Oh my God, it's like I can't share the age of my kids and I can't share how long we've been married because you guys are going to do the math. We've
Oh,
been married
please.
39 years in June.
That is awesome.
Isn't
That
that
is
crazy?
awesome.
How does that happen?
Yes, exactly. How does that happen? I think that is amazing. And I know with any marriage, there are good days and bad days and good years and bad years. And I think that a whole, being able to share gratitude with each other, they puts you in a vulnerable space and that creates that intimacy. And that is an amazing tip. That's an amazing tip. So tell Eric I say hello.
I
And
sure will.
thank you so much, Robin, for being here on the Girlfriend Doctor Show. And I want to thank you all in the community for being on the Girlfriend Doctor Show and sharing or being part of this and listening and sharing this podcast with someone that will need it. And I love hearing your comments and questions. Remember, there's no such thing as TMI. So check out Robin and her work and the links that are below this video or this audio, wherever you're listening, in the show notes. And be sure, if you haven't gotten menopause, be sure to get menopause. You guys will love it. 5 simple menu plans. So there's 125 recipes, but you don't have to create your own plans. 5 simple menu plans to help you on that journey, and share your journey with me in community. Get alongside other friends, colleagues, neighbors, your kids, your partner, and do it together. And with that, I have tremendous gratitude for you being here with me and trusting me and what I bring to you. And I thank you, and I can't wait to see you next time. Till next time, everyone.